Welcome back to DC TV for us. You ever watched a blind one-legged midget trying to climb on top of a two-hump camel? That's us. Good old America. I watch the way that we approach the disasters and things that, for lack of a better word, befall us. And some of them due to our own actions, but a lot of them not. So, having said that, I'd like to focus on some realistic actions we can take and a way to be proactive. Okay, so as far as actions go, getting personally involved if you can, and if you're far away from some of those places like me, I'm not far from the Midwest, but I am from Sandy and things like that. We can get involved. If nothing else, be an ear for someone to call. Um, be that person that's just an objective listener, and that's going to be kind and nice. Send little care packages. Even if it's you know, I don't know, like a smoked sausage or a card that lets them know that you're thinking about them, even if it's something that small. Okay, so what if, and I just want you to consider this, what if you took the money that supposedly AIG and General Motors gave us, the American people, back as profit? Let's say we put that in a fund and then we help these people. What a novel idea. I mean, after all, before that disaster struck, and even now, during it, they're still working, they're still paying in. They were part of the solution for General Motors, AIG, etc., etc. Why not take the profits from that, if there really are any? Hello? Oh. Again, reality hits me in the face when I say things like that, and it just makes me wonder if there's any truth anywhere. But if there are any profits, let's send it to that. Okay. And as far as being proactive, we could all have a fund that you voluntarily give to, and as many people as there are in the United States that's working. Even if it's hard, even if you're in poverty, you can put back $1 a week and send it to a fund. Don't call it a tax, because people hate that. Make it voluntary, okay? But if everyone would put $1 a week, every working person would put $1 a week. Well, in Obama's administration, that might be $5-6 a week. Okay, sorry for you Obama lovers. But realistically, if we did that, how much money would that amass for upcoming disasters, unforeseen things that are going to happen? So that's a way to be proactive for those things. And while we're talking about being proactive, it might be wise if you live, I don't know, on a beach. Hello, Florida, California, Maine. Most of the people that live there have plenty of money. So guys, if you've got the money to live down there, I think it should be a law. I don't know. I just think it should be a law. That if you have the money to live on the coast like that, you should have to put back 3%, just 3% of your income yearly back to a trust fund to take care of an emergency, in case you decide that the miracle of plywood is going to save your house, and you're just going to sit there and ride out the hurricane or the storm or the flood or the tsunami, or even if you decide to get out and your home is still destroyed, you've got that back. We drive cars, we have to have insurance against that, and very few people, but some, go their whole life and never have to call on that insurance. They don't have the right. Okay? But it still evens out. Okay, so guess what? Now it becomes like an insurance policy kind of thing. And it's not forced. I'm not talking about health care and big government. I'm talking about a community thing. Communities should do this for themselves. Say, hey, look, if you're going to live on our coast, 3% of what you make goes into a trust fund. That way, if we get hit, we can rebuild. So you're not relying on people who make $20,000 a year with 2 kids to take care of it. By the way, if you're making $20,000 a year and you've got 2 kids, maybe you should have waited to have that other kid. I know things happen, yeah, but still, just a thought, okay? The truth is truth. Another thing, and this goes to is about the pets and the animals, okay? If you're living in a poverty-stricken neighborhood, it probably would behoove you to stay away from owning a pet. Now, if you're having trouble feeding yourself and keeping the lights on and paying the rent, Fido's probably not a good idea. I'm just saying. Um, and there are all kinds of things like that. We could go on for days and for hours and about this for a long time. But the point I'm trying to make is be responsible. Okay? Now, one of the things that I would like to mention to you before airing is over is how do we get people to think correctly about this kind of stuff? Is it the victim mentality? Is it that Uncle Sam owes us? Because if they do, you're not going to get it. Or do we owe it to ourselves to pull together as a nation, as a people, here first, in your state, in your county, in your city, in your neighborhood, on your block or your street first? So if everybody did that, a lot of this stuff would dissipate. We would see things getting so much better all the way around. We're going to go to another episode here in just a little bit and try to close this up. In the meantime, I just can't help but feel like, the crippled one-eyed kid that doesn't get picked for dodgeball. Because people just aren't seeing, hey, if nothing else, I'm a good target. Look, we got to wake up and we got to do something. And we need to do it soon. And it starts with us, not them. Listen, people, and this is what I'm going to go into in the next episode. There is no them, just us. Think about that for a little bit. No longer can we have the us and them mentality. We can't think of me and you. We have to think of us. What's in the best interest for us? What is the cost for that? And what will it take to do it efficiently? With as little grief and as little friction. So think about that. Stay tuned for the next airing from DC TV for us. Peace.